shout out.
Please. You should roll. Well, in theory, it depends on what your goals are. If you have a sport oriented goal, and you're like, you're thinking about doing the worlds at a certain weight, or you're thinking about UFC at 185, then it doesn't fucking matter at all if you roll with dudes out of your weight class. Like, it doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? It's like people that ride fucking road bikes don't do downhill mountain biking as part of their training protocol because it's a different fucking thing, you know? When Mike Brown was around, he was never training with people over like 200 pounds. Because he was like, you know, he fights at 145, what's the value or function? The leverages aren't the same. It's like training Olympic weightlifting with a different shaped implement, or deadlifting, like if you practice what your sport is, but those people are so big that strategies differ, techniques differ, leverage points differ. Like, it's just a different fucking animal. How you handle a house cat is not the same way that you handle a fucking lion, you know? There's different protocols and procedures because they're different, you know, they're just fundamentally different. So if you're doing a weight class oriented sport, if your brain is sport oriented only and you're never going to do absolute, fuck it, roll with guys in your weight class, you know? But for me, jiu-jitsu is a martial art. It's a self-defense style first, and then a sport to help you prepare for self-defense application. Like, the sport is how you train, or in theory, how you prepare yourself for the rigors of actual fights, right? And in that respect, man, you should really roll with as many big dudes as you possibly can, because you're not going to get mugged by a 150-pound dude that can put his foot behind his head. You're not going to get mugged by a kid that sits down and plays butterfly guard. If somebody's going to try to fucking take your wallet, somebody's going to kick in your fucking door and hold an ice pick to your fucking old lady's head, they're not going to be a little motherfucker. They're going to be a big old dude. You know what I mean? Like, somebody told me a long time ago, you don't train to defend yourself against an easy person. You train to defend yourself against Mike Tyson on crack. You know what I mean? Like, you train to defend yourself against the worst possible case scenario. It's like, what's that fucking saying? Like, fuck, god damn it. Was it like, hope for the best, prepare for the worst sort of thing, you know? It's like that kind of deal. Like, most people that train, and they think in their mind they're training for fights, and they train with everybody that's as small or smaller than they are, they're missing out on a valuable lesson in fights and in self-defense. Because if you ever get attacked by a big, nasty motherfucker, and you've literally never experienced it, you've never felt it, it's ludicrous, it's nonsense, you know? So I think for self-defense, man, find the biggest, nastiest 400-pound dude you can and train with that guy all the time. You know what I mean? Because that is the event you are preparing for. The eventuality you're preparing for is the worst case scenario. If all you're thinking about in your head is sport application, weight class application, fuck, it doesn't matter. But to me, we already have a fundamental difference of opinion. If what you're doing is preparing for a straight weight class oriented sport, then like, you're probably not going to be in my gym for very long anyway. Nice, I'm over here, dickhead. Stop looking at girls. So yeah, you're probably not going to hack it in my gym for very long anyway, because every time I teach class, we talk about headbutts and biting and whatever, you know? So it's going to be a little rough for you here. That is all. I have to put on my panties.